hope it's working. Said Rumble refused to connect.
Oh my.
Yep. Let me check rumble.com. Always something. YouTube came through. Okay. Says we're live. I don't know what's going on. Rue, man, you better watch yourself there, mister.
Oh, he's gone.
Roo.
He only came by to say fuck you.
What a turkey. Hey, we should sue him. Remember that shirt he has? He made his own shirt with a screenshot of us on it from Thunderdome TV. That's unlicensed merch. Let's sue him.
Highly unlicensed.
Yeah. Yeah, we're live, Jason. Just getting ready. Oh yeah, I gotta add videos. Check. Quick test. Check. There. Check. Shouldn't have named this late night Thunderdome. That's all right.
Merry post-Christmas, everybody. It's been the gayest Christmas in a long time. Not Christmas's fault. No, Netflix's fault.
No fault to Jesus.
No
his
fault
birth.
to Jesus. No.
No
Not
fault
at all.
to Saint Nicholas.
Yeah, Santa Claus, as he's known in most places. So there's been
Also, what's up, everybody? It's been a minute.
Oh yeah, you're back.
I'm back.
So how did
now.
the HIV treatment go?
This is my 5th time beating it.
Uh-huh.
Not a big deal.
You're
Yeah.
a survivor, man.
Yeah.
Are you gonna?
I'm undetectable.
Are you gonna listen to the doctors now and actually just get on prep?
Yeah, right. Take that Cabanuva stuff and get it out of here.
Yeah, AIDS isn't real, folks. But if you've been watching the show for any length of time, you already know that. What is real is our guest Nicholas Oakes here to promote his new book, which I've read, and it's a real page turner. Welcome, Nicholas Oakes, everybody.
Here to shill. Thanks for having me on, boys.
Yeah, it's an interesting book. Interesting sort of aesthetic you picked with it and everything, and I didn't want to make this like sort of a gotcha moment.
Hostile
Oakes.
thing.
Yeah.
No, feel
But,
free to try to get me. You can try.
Okay, well, I mean, it just so happens I was trying to get my book published. I released
Really?
it to you. Well, here's your book, right? It
Yeah,
looks,
yeah.
It looks like pretty good styling, and it looks really
Uh-huh.
familiar, like the book I was about to release. How do you explain this?
let me zoom in. I got a very small screen I'm working on with here.
Here, I'll zoom in for you. Even though you've seen it
Uh-huh.
before, I know I've shown you this before.
Oh, I mean, I gotta respect the blurb from Miss Quesadilla. That is impressive.
It was hard to get.
Yeah, I
was
didn't
hard to
want
get.
this to be an ambush, but we have questions and we need them answered.
That's not the
I'm
right
here to
way
answer. There's no plagiarism. All right, this is what we call in the biz poetic license.
I don't know if that's gonna cut, pal.
Do you not consider me a poet? I think
It's
most
so-
do.
First of all, nothing. I read the whole thing and nothing rhymed. Okay, and if it's gonna be a poem, it has to rhyme.
Even that whack job.
Poems, everybody. Nobody reckons himself a poet. No, I'm kidding. How is the book going? Are you only selling it on Amazon?
Only on Amazon. If you want to get into the technical reasons,
Yes.
I went through with a few publishers. And there was some interest, but at the end of the day, if you sell a book through a publisher, you'll make about $1 per copy, and if you sell it on Amazon, you make about $5, or if you get the hardcover, make about $7 per copy. So it was a business decision, as they say. And I know it's fucking Amazon, but we're all trying to make it. All right.
So, are you sitting on the front porch of your mansion now that you're a successful publisher?
Ooh.
No,
Published
no,
author?
I'm still in my same trailer park, but we'll improve one day.
Great
We
stuff.
did make it to the top of some minor bestseller lists on Amazon. I was #1 in both judicial comedy or something like that, and also survival memoirs. I was at one point outselling Charlie Kirk in my subcategory, so we've got that going for us.
Ooh.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
But he's dead. Or
I
is
know,
he?
but we
I didn't mean to laugh. That could be taken the wrong way. I apologize to. Hold on, I can't apologize to TPUSA.
What we meant to
or
say.
Erica.
What we meant to say to avoid the wrath of Erica Kirk.
Those eyes.
Those piercing eyes. Erica Kirk, the woman who's possibly a smaller woman inside a larger husk of an Erica Kirk-looking figure. Charlie Kirk may or may not be dead, but he's always alive in our hearts.
I've
Or
got
something.
no dog in that fight in the the theory of what happened, who did it. It's fun to to play along and watch, but the longer it goes on, the more irritated I'm getting as I'm seeing all of my favorite broadcasters and podcasters just attack each other and forgetting the messaging that we like to always center around this show, which is if they're not talking about stopping paying your taxes and overthrowing the government, they're not talking about the right thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not that we're
and
pushing it,
TP
but we need to talk about it. Go ahead, Oaks. I apologize.
TPUSA I think was coming around. I got canceled early on in this whole thing, and it wasn't TPUSA directly responsible. It was more of a CPEC thing, but they were known at the time to indulge in the same games. And Charlie Kirk, I think, really did come around some of that stuff, and on the Israel issue and all this. But I'm just gonna come out with it tonight because I came out with it the day of. I don't think there's any large conspiracy here. I think that the same little tranny lover that everyone suspected at first is the one. Like, if you've been doing this for a while, and we all have, the death threats you get aren't from like the state of Israel. They're from the tranny fuckers. You know what I mean? Uh, Everything doesn't have to be a deep mystery. Occasionally there are, but it is occasional. And Charlie Kirk got shot in the neck by some faggot in Utah. That's what happened.
Is this what they call Occam's razor, or am I getting that wrong? Where
Yeah,
the
yeah.
whole
I think it's
spiky theory is probably what happened.
tranny fuckers Gillette 5 blade. It is what it is. Like, you know what I mean? Everything. Look, there are mysteries, there are conspiracies. I was charged conspiracy once, and people do conspire. But overall, it's not that it's uncomplicated. It can get fairly complicated, but only in a dumb way. Uh, I don't know. I've been around DC. I've been around media. I've been around us. It's just never that deep. Do you know what I mean? And it's not that deep here. It is what you think it is.
I know what you're saying, and it's like I want to agree, but I'm conspiratorial minded for a reason. Like, I was having a conversation with a family member of mine earlier today, just before they departed from the Christmas get together at my house, and he's saying all this stuff about Nick Fuentes and the Charlie Kirk thing. Before you know it, we're getting into MLK and JFK and all this stuff, and I'm like, yeah, but I mean this really all goes back to this, and it goes back to that, and this thing came from that thing, and then there was PatCon, and that tied into Ruby Ridge and Waco and Oklahoma City and all that. And the more I talk, the more I'm like, it really is a tangled web that could be weaved depending on the spider, if you will. But things do get complicated. They do get conspiratorial. I'm not saying this is one of those things, but I will say, because of what I know, what I've seen, what's been proven, all the documentations, all the things that have come out over the years throughout my life and everything, I go, there actually have been a lot of fucking conspiracies that were very real and did have government involvement, and probably a lot of foreign government involvement. I don't know if this is one of those things, so I'll leave it at, if there was foreign involvement in coercion and whatnot, I would still be like not surprised at all. But as of right now, yeah, I think it was a high percentage that it was just some deranged tranny fucker that was probably a big fan of Stranger Things.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, there are conspiracies. Like, you want to take a suspicious deaths connected to the Clintons. Yeah, pretty much seems on the level. USS Liberty, it's exactly what you fucking think, and there's a foreign government and cover up to the top. That's all real. It's not that it doesn't happen. Not that it doesn't happen, boys. But I just don't think it happens every time, and I don't think it happened this time.
Well, and also, like, I think that Charlie Kirk now is being painted as this, and I don't mean this disparagingly, but a larger influencer than he actually was. I travel in pretty wide circles, and I never heard anybody go, man, did you see what Charlie Kirk said last night on the TPUSA stage? Or did you see?
You're wrong.
Did you see him go after that tranny on the college campus? I probably am wrong.
Well, I see it more so now that he's dead. You know what I mean?
Well,
That's all it did.
Yeah.
I think he really did have the influence. I think he was basically as influential as people make him out to be, just among a different circle than any of us run in, which is boomerism and Facebook. And we've been kicked out of that world for a while. But that's he absolutely is. And Ben Shapiro was still an absolutely relevant force in politics, whether you like it or not, among these people, and these people vote. it is what it is. So understand that, like, it's not nothing, and there was a reason that like this was shocking to America, but there's also a reason that it was shocking to America for 2 weeks because that's all the patience America has. And we didn't make hay while the sun shined, boys.
Never do.
Nothing really came out of it. And it was a great opportunity to actually, dismantle
Facts
Antifa or
official
whatever,
tip
to talk
$5.
about. But I think
Hey,
the serious
Facts
person-
official tip $5.
We just gotta. we just
That's
gotta.
so fucking obnoxious. It
Isn't
totally
it?
cut off what you finished with.
But that
But,
was
yeah.
the point. That's
Yeah,
the
we
point.
got a
That's what these
donation.
Rumble rants do. All right.
Am
We
I
got-
reading? You reading? What are we
I'm
doing?
gonna
Fair
read
enough.
it because I don't think you have a way to read it.
I can read it.
Okay.
If you want. I mean, I can. Is what
It's
I'm
up-
saying. Hate Facts Official sends $5 thanks to the big donation. Spend all his Christmas money, or maybe he got something from his nana, and he's giving it to us, and we appreciate that. He says to interject a little high IQ sentiment into this conversation, I'd fuck Erica Kirk.
I love him. I love
Okay,
him.
let's go around the room. I would also fuck Erica Kirk. Nicholas Oakes, your take.
I mean, yeah, she's fuckable, but it's not my type.
But I don't have high standards. I'm not saying that like,
Yeah.
oh, would I? Yeah, I mean, yeah, but that's not saying a lot. It's not saying a lot at all.
Yeah.
Nick, would you?
Now, are we talking like the Erica
Just
Kirk,
not
like,
oh.
the outer husk that we're seeing, or the smaller like rushing nesting
Both.
doll that
But
is
what you see now.
occupying the body? Oh, what I see now? Yeah, still would. I don't know why I've
Yeah,
convoluted
and the
it.
other
yeah,
version.
you know.
And the other version.
Let me see it without the skin suit,
Oh.
and then
I just
then we'll
thought you were
talk.
a definite yes on both.
Yeah, it's just gonna be a yeah. It's a yes. We got some other Rumble rants in real quick.
Let's get through them. Let's do it.
Okay. Let's see. Heartland's Aurelia sends $1. My only counter argument is the Google search. I also apologize for the loud explosions. Somehow, on this preset of VMix, all the volumes are reset. So the explosion is
All right,
incredibly
let's just
loud.
not play them then.
Okay.
No, I mean the explosion. If it's driving people fucking.
Everything's going to be max volume. Every reaction on the gift board is going to be max
Oh, yeah.
volume.
Crazy. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
You're on the way to broadcast.
Balls out. Balls out.
You either hear it or you don't, and you're going to hear it. Heartland's Aurelia sends $1, says, my only counter-argument is the Google searches for the shooter's name as well as multiple key figures surrounding the Kirk assassination out of Tel Aviv the week before he was killed. Also, audio bad. We had several people tell us audio good, better than normal. Audience, audio good, audio bad, let us know.
They just can't hear you, so they're like, "Yeah, thumbs up, man. Whatever you're saying, thumbs up."
He said he can only hear Oaks.
Oh shit. Well,
No, hold on.
let me just
No,
dominate
'cause
the show.
I asked earlier of the audience, like right as we started, audio good? Everybody said it sounded good. Yeah. So we'll
Mhm.
figure this out. We got to figure it out on the fly. It's fine. I'm sure audio's fine. And he sends another $1. No, he just sent the same thing twice, it looks like. Thank you for the
Yeah,
$2.
thanks for the $2.
See, everyone else says it sounds good. Meat Cavern, good to see you. Fat Enzo, Merry Christmas to you, my friend. And Lengthy Meat Puppa sends $1. It's the Troons. But seriously, a decade of them making us out to be the problem, and it's all left as violence now with Troons at the top of the scoreboard.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's happening a lot. There is a pattern. I'm recognizing a pattern there.
Yeah.
But yeah, let me get back to the Charlie Kirk, Erica Kirk, Israel, TPUSA, whatever. I keep looking at it like it's a big deal. I think the assassination woke a lot of people up. It opened the doors for other more extreme or radical people to take his place, and I think that that's nothing but a good thing for now. As more people go, oh yeah, we can't
It won't
have
go that
polite
way.
conversation with these people. Can't do it.
It won't go that way. Charlie Kirk
It
was
never
very
does.
sensitive to the weather, where the wind was blowing.
Mhm.
And I'm not shitting on the man at all. He was coming around but he was like everyone in the conservative incorporated
Tyler
world.
tipped $10.
Uh-oh.
You're so
Hold on,
certain
Oaks.
it was
Are we
real,
still here?
but why did
Alright.
the cheat do cover-ups?
Yeah, I don't have a way of putting that into. We're eventually going to make the switch fully to OBS. It's sort of an amalgamation of both right now. It's monstrous. Oh crap! And that was a Streamlabs dono. Hold on, now I got to pull up Streamlabs. You guys continue. We'll
That's
get back
okay.
to
Yeah,
that
we'll
one. I
keep going. You were
apologize.
saying Charlie Kirk had he wasn't a weatherman, but he knew which way the wind was blowing. To quote Bob Dylan.
That's to bring it back to boomerism, yeah. And everyone in this Con Inc. world, and I understand why. And maybe this is why I was kicked out. It was, but to be in that world, you have to be sensitive to what you can actually say. Okay, and he was, but what we can actually say was changing and evolving for the better in very recent times, right? About the time he was killed, and he was getting more bold, and he was, to his credit, always on the edge of what Con Inc. allowed, and I think we should credit him for that because it opened doors for us.
Yeah, sure.
Did the man basically steal my talking points from 2017? Yes. Did I get kicked out? Around that time? Yes. But as a whole, the whole thing is moving in the right direction, and he was a big part of the reason that it was moving in the right direction. Does that make sense?
Well-
Because we can say what we want outside of this world, and the only reason I'm outside of that world is because I did say what I wanted, but our
At a
influence
time when you
is
weren't
negligible
supposed,
once you're
when
out.
you weren't allowed to.
Yeah. I mean, cause the real fucking reason I got kicked out is it was the Israel question. It was a Jewish. No, it was I don't even know her name, but
Pira, Janine
it was
Pira.
some. Yeah, she's the one that the Israeli activist ratted to. But she asked me at the dinner with Janine, what do you think of Israel? And I told her quite honestly, I wish the best for your country, but it's not my country, and I don't put any special preference toward it, which
So
is
you're
I think
an
fair to say.
anti-Semite.
Yeah, well, that was all that needed to be said. You know what I mean? That fails the test, and so that was my swift exit, and that was later than you think. That was 2019. So that's the kind of thing that you couldn't. I mean, you couldn't fucking breathe. You couldn't move an inch, right? And that was in a foreign country. That was in Korea, where I just made a lot happen. Like my reputation was high, and none of that shit matters, obviously. But now that's not the environment. Like
Is it
you
still
don't
good in
you could
Korea,
answer
then?
that question like I do. No, Korea's it's a whole different thing. They got a feminism problem is their shit. But
when Nicholas
it's-
also very anti-Semitic, he are no longer welcome in good Korea.
no, the Koreans don't care. Trust me, they don't care. The Koreans are incredibly racist, as all Asians are, but in a very lovable, endearing way. Like when they're racist toward me, you can talk them out of it. I ended up dressing in tracksuits and pretending to be Russian with several other Americans, and just when they kick you out of a restaurant, you just endear yourself to them, and then let you back in. You know what I mean? Like they Koreans might be my favorite Asians.
Did
They're
you
up there.
have an accent? Like, did you put on an accent?
No, just like pig Russian, just talking shit like not using the or a and going for it and saying I'm here to invest in oil. And you know who really sniffed us out was
Hey, Facts
the
official
bar
tip
girls.
$10.
They said you're not Russian. You don't smell like cologne. Damn girl.
One sec.
Got me.
One
Well, we got a
sec, because
donation.
Hate Facts Official sends $10.
Oh
Thank
shit.
you so much, Hate Facts. He says, I have an addendum to that previous rant. In the spirit of keeping it high IQ, it would be on top of a pile of Charlie's money, and she'd have to tell me my facts and logic were more based. And then I'm going to read that one from Tyler. Let me see if I can resend it, actually. It worked.
Tyler tipped $10. You're so certain it was only me, but why did the cheat do cover-ups?
You're so certain it was... He says, you're so certain it was only me, but why did that Jeet do cover-ups? Oh. This is the shooter.
What cheat?
I don't know. What Jeet? Tyler, send another $10 and let us know what Jeet covered it up.
Yeah, so an Indian killed Charlie Kirk?
I want to hear
Who?
the G angle.
I don't even know what the fuck we're talking about, but let us know. We'll,
Tyler killed Charlie Kirk.
Oh,
Allegedly.
I
I
don't
think
understand.
Tyler's
That's how-
saying he didn't.
That's how not into this I am. Okay, let me ask you this, Oaks. Next and hopefully final Charlie Kirk question, because I just don't give a shit.
Yeah, the show
Was
was
the assassination of Charlie Kirk better or worse for what you would consider our movement?
No, it was terrible. It absolutely. I'm sorry, the left won the argument. That's what they do. They
A
can
bullet
shoot us
will
and
do
get away
that.
with it.
yeah.
Yeah, that pretty much proved what they've been saying. When all these people that tweet guillotines toward me, like it's they mean it. We don't. We do, but our side doesn't, and
Right.
that's what we got to change. Yeah, this
Yeah,
has
the
been an
TPUSA's
absolutely
yeah,
embarrassment.
the Brian Hollyhand would be like, you guys are wrong for that. And I'll be like, oh, buddy, no major political shift has ever happened without violence, but you keep telling people they can vote their way out of it. That's just from me. That's just from me. It's not from Oaks. He does not endorse that. But
No, I have a political solution.
let's hear it.
But we'll
I
get into
wanna
that next
hear it, the
episode.
audience.
I mean, for
Let's do
real,
it.
yeah, I won't go through it quick. I got a canned speech at this point. But we live in a democracy, right? And despite what the boomers say, the democracy is functioning very well. This is what you get by
Mhm.
voting. It's what you always get by voting. So, and if you understand, you accept the premise that voting does decide things, and guess what? It does. Some cheating aside, people get what they want in large groups. People represent themselves. You have to find a way to steer that in the right direction, and the only way to do that is to provide an economic incentive. I mean, we see it again and again. The boomers will support your immigration reform until the moment it costs them fucking anything, right? And then America can burn forever, and they'll dance on our graves. Okay, so
Yeah.
if we just introduce a simple welfare payment available to anyone who wants it, and easily available to everyone who can get it, when you do your taxes, you check the box. I would like the $499 a month every month. Please deregister me to vote at the same time. This is the only realistic way to save America, and I'm pushing this on every show because this would actually be voted for with popular sentiment, and it would direct voting habits for the next however long it lasts to the correct sort of democracy that you can live with.
I think you're right. I think you're really on to something. If I could just tack on like a little addendum to that, would be also deport every foreigner, shoot subversives in the street, hang them. Politicians need to go to jail, and they should have like weird little trials for it. And just like little addendums to that. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. What do you think?
Yeah, but that's what you don't get in a democracy because no one has the stomach to actually deport a significant number of migrants, economic migrants. I don't care if they're here legally or illegally. And I can say this, and I'm not going to fucking press anybody's based button, but guess what? People aren't voting for that. People don't have the stomach for that. People are like,
Heartlands
oh,
for
no,
Elise
not
with
Hector, my fucking
$5.
neighbor who's been working illegally for 8 years. Go on.
So let me explain this. I don't know if he can hear it. So he might just be like, what the fuck are you guys doing? So whenever
Yeah, I can't hear
somebody-
shit.
Oh, he can't hear it. So when somebody donates, this
No.
really loud West Coast style rap music plays, and it overpowers everything. So if you like watch it on the replay,
Yeah.
which I wouldn't,
There's a lot of loud like cash register noises.
Yeah,
There's a money
it's-
money counter.
it's
you know?
obnoxious. It's
Yeah.
very obnoxious, but I love it. All right, what'd they have to say?
Okay. Heartlands Aurelius sends $5. Thank you so much, brother. He says, big facts. The government has been claiming that white supremacist terrorism is the greatest threat to our democracy. However, the reality is the lack of it. However, the reality is the lack of it is why our republic is so absolutely fucked. I would kind of disagree. I think we need less democracy.
Right. Yeah,
A lot less.
I agree with that too. The problem is, and I'll always
You
go
need
back
an-
to this. Yeah.
You need an elite class. The Occupy Wall Street movement blamed the 1% so famously, right? It's not the
KKK
1%. I love the
$5.
1%. But they're for fuck's
That's
sake.
off. Hold that thought because, okay, I want to hear what you have to say. But Caveman, what's up, brother? Long time no see. With $5, he says welfare and Section 8 recipients over 2 years should be sterilized. Then
I didn't
again,
think
I
I was
voted
going
for-
there.
Huh?
I thought he was gonna be like, welfare recipient shouldn't be able to vote. I'm like, that's fair. He's like, they should be castrated. I'm like, okay, that's the next level. But you know what? That's fine too.
Then again, I voted for.
But you can get to the next level with my secret plan. That's all I'm saying. None of these
You need
things
to
are
make it
going to
not
be
a
voted
secret. We're running on it.
It's
You're
what
our
I'm
candidate. And we're gonna back you. I'll back you on that.
for. Here's my fucking thesis.
Okay, hit me.
There is no significant problem in your life that comes from the 1%. All right, they pay their more than their fair share of taxes or less. I don't care which it is. It doesn't matter. They don't actually affect you. The bottom 10%, the reason you can't buy razors at Walgreens, you have to ask for the key. That's who causes the problems in your life. That's however you want to define it. These people, and they have the right to vote.
That's
and
gonna get that demographic. Darren, what's that demographic? Black people.
Well, the demographic, the bottom 10% is going to take money, any money available to them. They just do. That's been proven.
Yeah, they already
and if you
do that.
Actually, for the first time in American history, get something in exchange, which is that they deregister to vote. You're going to have a functioning country, and the ethnic makeup, which I know is not negligible, is going to be made less of an issue. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? Because it does.
No,
this is the system we have works on votes.
I can see your plan totally working. Implementation, as with my plan, kill them all, is also like that's the hiccup in this whole thing. Deport them all and murder them. You got to get people to that point. So whatever strategy, whatever winning strategy people choose, whether it be mine or yours or some sort of combination of both, it's like, how would you get it out to the masses? How does that become mainstreamed? How does it get through the courts? How do you get
it's
it
on
to
the tax return. When you file taxes, there's a box that you check. I want the free money, please. Deregister me to vote. Like we can do that. That's real. That's not a fucking joke. Everyone has to file taxes by law every year.
Yeah, I think on that little box, though, that box should have a little insult with it, too. It's like, I want the money because I'm a fucking loser and a piece of shit. And they'll and not to discourage them, just so it's more legally binding. Yeah. And all the same people are still going to check the box. But when they try to push back against it, it's like, no. They all check the one that said, I'm a piece of shit and I'm a fucking loser.
Yeah.
And I just want the money. Despite what they say now, it was very upfront. There was nothing hidden in this. You cannot vote.
Plain language. I like that.
Here's your money. Here's my money for you. Because I'm giving it to you anyway.
Oh, you're going to give it either way. You can forget my universal basic income plan. You're going to be paying this. You might as well get something back. So I think our side can come around to this. And if you want to know more, please buy my book. It's in chapter 1. Age of Rot. What a wonderful title. It's for sale now on Amazon.com.
Wait, I've got an idea. Let's do a live reading. We'll pull up that cover. And yeah, guys, get this on Amazon. Great book. I bought 7 copies and gave it out to family members. I've read through the whole thing. I read through it in a couple hours when I received it. It was just so compelling. But how about like you read I don't know, maybe the foreword or what's on the back of the book? Like sell this to the people. I'm trying my best.
I swear, if you stole my foreword too,
it's all there, buddy. I took it all. Well, I would sure let me read the subject at hand, which is the welfare incentive. It's covered in a couple pages, in chapter 1, which is probably the shortest chapter. It's only a couple pages long. How to fix America in 1 year without passing any new laws or killing anyone. I watched the news today for the first time since I've been in prison. I've been in prison for about a month. Fox News is usually in the TV room. We have many Republicans here. First, I learned that the Chinese spy balloon has been shot down, and Boomer America breathed an audible sigh of relief that they were no longer being observed by a powerful foreign entity. This sigh was recorded and permanently documented by the Justice Department, Department of Homeland Security, the FBI, and Verizon Wireless. But the main segment this morning on America's broadcast was discovering what voters want via asking a focus group of actual voters. Here's what voters want, and I am directly quoting. As a Catholic physician, I want access to abortion care. End quote. Immediately, I must apologize. I have been deeply wrong for disparaging Fox News for the last 5 years. No media provider could have provided such a perfect moment, and no other has their finger more firmly on the zeitgeist. Not even me. That woman on the panel is asking for more. That woman on the panel asking for more abortions is America. There is no more perfect representation of the national mood than that wealthy, vapid, professional woman wearing an entire religion as a skin mask while preaching to the literal opposite of what the church says to a national TV audience. She's the 51st star on our flag. Puerto Rico will have to wait again. I realize this reading is turning out to be somewhat long. I'm about halfway through, so I can cut
I'm
that short.
captivated.
All right, I'll continue. Of course, when the voters will get what they want. When they define the specifics of what exactly that is, they always do. I will be in jail forever, and abortions will be available at participating Starbucks franchises in select cities. There is one way out of this, and no, it is not shooting. Now I know what you're saying, but Oaks, several notable countries have voted to stop voting. Even the women voted to stop voting. Anything could happen. No. Those countries may have made the bold mistake of allowing women to vote in the first place, but they did not have Netflix. They were not so far gone as to think they could survive both. We need to add a third secret ingredient to the American pie. Of course, this ingredient is money. Direct payments to non-voters. $500 a month to any American who gives up the right to vote. Name any price you like. If $500 makes you nervous, we can lower it to whatever the price of the latest generation of Xbox is, but no less. Yes, we can afford it. Most of our money already goes to similar things already. We just don't get anything back from it. Give the people the welfare they want. You can take it from the welfare they already get. I don't care, and neither will they. Both Americans and millions of migrant third worlders all already have the correct understanding of the United States citizenship as a list of government supplied benefits. They are ready now. Now, I won't overpromise. I will tell you that your taxes. I won't tell you that your taxes won't go up, but I will guarantee that in a year you won't hate paying them so much. Besides, just invest in crab legs, rims, and PlayStations before the first payments hit, and you'll be financially set for life. I am fully aware that our good Catholic doctor on Fox News won't be taking advantage of my payment program, but the payment program ensures that she won't be invited to the next panel. The voters will be pursuing other issues. There is only one rule that matters in a democracy. Large groups of people will do what's best for themselves. The people that understand this have always been in charge, and in fact, always will be. There it is, boys.
That was
Please buy the book.
fantastic. Buy
Thanks.
that book, guys. You can
Thanks.
get it on Amazon. Age of Rot by Nicholas Oakes. I was listening to that.
That's
I
right.
was compelled. I was moved. And then I also thought
Thank you.
500 is a little steep. But I know where you're going with that. But as you said that, I was like, you could get them a new flat screen every year, a Netflix subscription, and the ones with commercials too. And
What do you think the price of a vote actually is? Is cheap. Is
yeah,
cheap.
well, I would also hear me out on this though. Throw in 4 scratch offs a month. They're all gonna say. I'd say yeah. I'm like,
Oh,
I don't want to vote anyway.
That's actually financially that's a winner. I'm not being
Yeah.
funny at all. That kind of thing, lottery replacing vote. We talk about bread and circus, but like let's commit.
Yeah.
Please.
If you got to think of what are the lower tier people you don't want to vote. Like we've got to single out things to give them that actually save us money instead of a universal payout of $500 a month or whatever. Netflix subscription with ads, scratch off tickets. I would even be like, you can redeem. Okay, you can use EBT for $30 a month in malt liquor.
Oh yeah. We get this
Gotta
is
put
all
the
possible
things
with
out
my
there
plan.
that the people you don't wanna
Once
vote
but once you have
will
a
take
voting an electorate that is responding to their own interests, that is a different one that we have currently. Let me just give you the conversation I heard today in a gas station.
Okay.
I went and got some cash out of the ATM, and there was a man who didn't speak much English. I believe he was of some sort of Spanish origin. He was attempting to buy a Powerball ticket, and the clerk asked him, "Would you like the Powerball and the double play?" He just stared blankly, didn't respond. She said, "It just costs more money," and that had him. His enthusiasm returned to his face. He said, "Yes,
See.
yes, yes, yes." He wanted both, and that enthusiasm could be directed toward our interests. Do you understand? Like it's very
Yeah.
easy to do, and it costs so much less than you think.
I think it's more practical than my proposal, but I'd still like to point this out. I think that my version, my idea, and your idea, they're not in conflict with each other. I think both of them will work. I think that we're on a race to see which one happens first. I'm still I still got hope that people are like, yeah, this is really falling apart fast. If we don't get one of these
Well, I
two
think it'll
plans
just degrade.
implemented, yeah, that's what I've been saying. I said it's in the way I look at it currently, and I've said this for a while, it doesn't matter who you vote for. There's still the same end point of decay and collapse and all that. It's just a matter of how long before you get there. So if you're voting,
It doesn't matter who you vote for, because the people that are next to you are still voting. Like they're going to vote for Vivek Ramaswamy, and they're not going to vote for whatever white guy just jumped in the race that is running to be anti him. Like but that's not the world you have to live in. If you just cut out the 10%, and 10% is way more than enough. Yeah, well,
well, you know what? We'll just have to see what happens. I guess the most likely outcome here is we're just slowly replacing our own nation. We will become a minority in our own countries, and then we will be persecuted and murdered by the people that we welcomed in and gave a bunch of free shit to. Which brings me to the next thing. So the big things that happened this week was the Nick Shirley exposure of the Somali fraud and Somalian. Sorry, I mispronounced that. The Somalian fraud and the Netflix. What's it called? The gay episode where one of the
Hey Facts official tip $5.
Hold on. One second.
Hey Facts official sends $5. He says, I ain't in to no bread and circus. You want me to stop voting? I'ma need some head and cervix. Know what I mean? Shit.
shit.
And we got a couple from Heartland's Aurelius. You want to read those?
Yeah, sure. We got. He says, my only counter argument is the Google searches for the shooter's name, as well as multiple key figures surrounding the Kirk assassination out of Tel Aviv the week before he was killed. Also, audio. But am I really far behind?
What the hell? No.
He said 1.5 ounces of weed, 224 packs of beer, and a fifth of mid-grade hard liquor as part of the monthly stipend could be added if they accepted a yearly chemical sterilization. That is another problem, the breeding. Now, I'm not one to say, hey, these people shouldn't be able to have kids. I say they shouldn't be here to have kids, but that's too late now. That's another problem, as your most hostile immigrants slowly replace the people in your communities. They say at every turn, every time, this is ours now, and if it's not ours now, we'll just outbreed you and take over through repopulation. So I think
it doesn't eliminate the problem, but it's just less of a problem because they vote too much. Like they have a voice in democracy, and it's exactly mathematically equal to yours. So let's change that, because if anybody can bring me a realistic plan, I'm open ears, but I haven't heard one ever. So if you want to worry about this demographic change, you can correct that massively. With voting for stuff you never dreamed of voting for before, but that'll take a couple of years. For now, you can take away their vote with money.
Yeah, we'll just have to see what happens. So, Nick Shirley, have you heard of this guy?
Yeah, he does some investigating of some kind.
Yeah, Oaks, have you heard of Nick Shirley?
Is he the kid who walked into the various shell companies housed all over Minnesota and just asked them, like, how's business? And they call the cops. Yeah, I've had a similar experience, but we'll go into that later.
So, yeah, that's the one. He went to Somaliland, Minnesota. I don't remember what the town used to be called before they replaced the population and the flag and all the businesses. But he would go into like daycare centers and be like, where are all the kids? And they'd be like, get out. And I don't speak English. And then they would call the police, and the police would come and remove them. And I guess, it's rare that this happens, but everybody jumped on the story. It's a big deal right now. In a week, nobody will give a shit. Nothing will change because nothing ever happens. But I just wanted to say that I'm impressed by his journalistic integrity. However, I find his personality itself to be lackluster, but that's fine because it's the expose that matters. But I feel like he could really benefit from talking better.
Yeah.
Let's.
But he doesn't have to. But he's like, hey, are there any kids here? And then like they do all the work for him by being like, ooga booga booga booga. And then everybody's like, what the hell is going on in Minnesota? And you go, what's
It's going on everywhere. That's the point I tried and failed to make about Charlie Kirk and his assassination, is that it may be complicated, it may be not. There may be conspiracies and there may not. It depends on the subject. But nothing is actually hidden. Pretty much everything is right in plain view, and it just matters what people are willing to accept. And that's why this Somalian problem is actually getting solved, because culturally, socially speaking, people are willing to move on it now. And in a way that they're not willing to move on, say, Indian hotel owners, which have all the same symptoms. But I think the Somalian thing is going to change in Minnesota specifically. I think the feds are going to get involved, and I think it was already going to happen. But this kid's little video expose is convenient timing, and it's working well.
Yeah, and I think what benefits his argument and raising awareness is, America's a melting pot. And so there's a lot of different people, and they all kind of just blend together into the fabric of our societies, except for one people, and that's Somalians, where you're just like, Jesus Christ. They all look fucking terrible. Skinny light boys.
Yeah.
They can't hide. So whenever you see
Ethiopians got it too.
That's a scam. Who? Ethiopian? Yeah.
They got the skulls. Yeah, it's a thing. It's that region. And there's another country called Somaliland. I think Somalia conquers it occasionally, but it's they've all
those
got
are
the
two different
skull.
places?
I think legally speaking, but like they don't really have laws, so who's to say?
Shocker.
It's because Somaliland was English colonized and Somalia was the Italians. So I think the symptoms vary based on their recent history.
So both of those colonizers left, and now they're lawless shitholes?
Correct.
Oh, fucking weird how that happens every time. I don't know. But don't worry, guys. You can just come here and colonize us because we don't seem to give a shit. Dick, did you have any input on what's going on in Minnesota that Nick Shirley's been exposing?
I'd rather we just watch.
Well, let's play some videos.
Let's just play the video.
Yeah. Oh, but before you do that, Hate Facts Official sent $1 and he says, Tel Aviv. Heck, I'm telling everyone. Lengthy Meat Puppet sends $1. He says, free taxpayer-funded abortion for all non-whites. I'm not paying for that. Nothing's free.
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
I kind of like where he's going with it. Maybe
That
pay for less of a
exists,
nuisance.
You know that exists already, right?
Oh,
That's pretty much who it affects more
well,
than
it's not
anybody.
working.
Free abortions for non-white doesn't seem to be something that doesn't exist. I'll just say
I take
that.
it back, Sean. Sorry, bad idea.
All right, let's play some of this Nick Shirley if you people aren't aware.
Here in Minnesota, massive fraud is taking place within the government and the Somali population. Here, this building alone, Quality Learning Center, is a daycare, yet they spelled learning wrong, and they said leering. This daycare alone in 2025 has received $1.9 million from the government. And the strange things about these childcare centers is there's no one here right now. It's midday on a weekday, and if you were to try to go inside, it's completely closed and the windows are all blacked out. No one's working, midday, children should be in here, and this place is licensed for 99 children, and this is the outside. There's no windows, no nothing, and like I said, they literally spelt the word wrong on their sign. This is open and blatant fraud taking place here inside of Minnesota. The government is complicit with this, and this is just one of the hundreds of child daycare centers here inside of Minneapolis being ran by the Somali population. It's sad that it's happening here in Minnesota, and it stinks that it's happening and it's being labeled on the Somali population. However, that's just the facts of what's happening here inside of Minnesota.
Yeah, I don't need that extra
$1.9 million
commentary at the
for
end
this.
there, bud. It's all of them. It's like, no, it's not all of them. Like, yeah, it is. Now, there was another video of a different guy who he goes, if you go to these places, there will be a Somali grocery store, a Somali daycare place, and a Somali business or whatever. And he goes, they're all owned by the same people, and they use your government funded tax money or whatever to buy the food to stock in the grocery store, so they don't pay for anything. And it's this big circle of scam.
Yeah.
Same with the daycare centers and the medical centers and all this. And as I'm watching both of these videos, I'm going, these people are too fucking stupid, like literally too fucking retarded, IQ-wise, to pull this off.
Right.
So I'm going, so who showed them how to do this? Because they didn't come up with this scam on their own.
No, they
And I'm
did.
waiting
I
for
think.
that question
Like,
to be answered.
now check it out. There's a proud tradition there. You take fucking 60 some IQ Africans who move here in mass, not just Somalians, but all of them.
You don't have to be African.
You take absolutely the most backwards ass white people from Appalachia have a strong cultural history of filling out forms and getting money. And you take the best example of all, gypsies, whose IQ has got to be fucking African par, and they are absolute experts at just weaveling into the system and squeezing a bit out of it. And it's not a high IQ activity, is what I'm trying to say. And it's absolutely a crime that it's for the middling to low IQs that pull it off better than anybody, because they're just more or less willing to go there. And the reason they do it is because culturally there's never been a crackdown. There wasn't a crackdown in West Virginia in the 60s and 70s when that became widely available to them. There's never been a crackdown on gypsies, fuck knows why. And there's starting to be now with Somalia is a good starting point. Like we can actually move on this stuff, and I think it's going to be. I think you're going to see good things in the next year and a half. I really do.
The only good thing I would want to see is them all being removed, but you're forgetting one small factor, or two small factors. That is still a much lower IQ than the average Appalachian, and they literally haven't been here long enough to even learn to speak the language. They are incapable of filing these forms.
And
somebody's helping.
And three, it's showing that these business entities are also funneling money back into political campaigns. For the politicians that are advocating for it, too. So I think it's safe to say, in my opinion, it's the politicians that are showing them how to do this.
Well,
because they know the money's just going to keep circulating.
It's not.
Right?
You don't think the
No,
politicians
absolutely not.
are
I don't think there's
incentivizing all
one
this in order
politician
to keep
that
getting voted
nope.
in?
I think it's, you call it elders or whatever the fuck for each ethnic community. I mean, like Brooklyn Jews are famous for this, right? They will absolutely fill out the forms and get it, and then no one will step on their toes. They can stand in front of cop cars in the street, and people won't do it because they're a voting bloc. It's the same. This scam has always got an ethnic component, and it's always works out the same way. And the people that do it are not the brightest balls in the community. And so yeah, when you have people who've been here for a few years who can speak some English, they're gonna mass sign up other Somalians. Absolutely, and then they'll get their food stamps or whatever. But it's the same with fucking Micronesians in Hawaii. They come in mass because there's a special immigration agreement since we nuked their fucking island in like 1947, right? So they show up here and they don't have Micronesians. Forget English. They don't have an alphabet, right? So they can't fill out the form if they wanted to. It's not physically possible. You can't write your name, so their name becomes like Couch or ABC EFG, like some shit like that. And then they just wander around town blankly wearing fucking Penguins jerseys. Like, these are not capable people, but they are paid. And they every fucking community has an ethnic counterpart to this. Like, it's going to happen, and it only takes a few people to lead the charge with the forms.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is the fraud is at such a major scale, and the only people that exist in these areas are Somalis, and nobody has cracked down on it at all, despite it being so blatant. So I'm saying that there's absolutely a political component to this, or a legal component to this, where the attorneys that are showing people how to do this stuff are also getting paid. I'm telling you, Oaks, they're too fucking dumb to pull it off, and they're being encouraged to do it by certain bad actors that probably aren't Somalis. And you see their political donations being funneled not only to other Minnesotan politicians, but to like DC and everything. Now, I'm not saying they're incapable of that. What I'm saying is because there's never been shown to be a crackdown of any kind by the politicians or law enforcement, they're absolutely in cahoots with people that know that they're going to vote for them. So they encourage them to do this. And how do they incentivize them to do that? Is show them how to get the free shit. Just a theory, but I'm saying
I don't disagree with that at all. I agree. That's where white women come in. They work for NGOs and shit and local charities and that's like the politician. The politicians will not introduce the bill to stop obvious Somalian fraud. That's not going to happen. So that's the state politics level of tolerance. But I don't think that there's a single politician outside maybe some choice Somalians who are actively participating in it. They don't need to. It's just not how the game is played.
Well, if we're talking state politicians, let's talk local politicians like aldermans and stuff like that. Like I'm sure that there's some one hand washing the other situation in that. But again, we come back to sure, you can either incentivize them to make themselves ineligible to vote, or you could number one, stop fucking bringing them here. And number two, send the ones back. I had a plan a while back, and it's probably unconstitutional. But I think if you would ask the majority of Americans, they'd all have the same answers. And that is, if somebody comes here, and I'm not picking on Islam, but I'm going to use them as an example. Like the Tsarnaev brothers, right? The Boston Marathon bombers. If as soon as they were caught and convicted and they knew who they were, then they just send their whole fucking family back to Bosnia. Extended everything. And it sounds unfair and everything, but that might incentivize the family to be like, yeah, you can't bomb a marathon or they're going to send us all back.
Yeah.
I mean, there's going to have to be drastic measures taken at some point, or it will just be a very slow collapse and decline that we've been witnessing for the last, I don't know, my entire life.
Or do it North Korean style. Send the whole bloodline to prison.
I don't want to.
You can work to death.
Yeah.
No, but that's not realistic. But you can make them leave. Like that's actually like Russia is famous.
It is somewhat realistic.
That, but,
it really happens in North Korea.
Well, but again, North Koreans are leftists, and they're willing to go there, and our side isn't. So I only work within the framework of reality, not what we want, but what is. You know what I mean?
No, and I appreciate that. I do respect that. Because I get a little imaginative, and then I got to be like, but I always give me credit where credit's due. I always go, but it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
No, but it might, because what you said is not unrealistic. To take deportation papers to family members who are connected to someone with a serious crime. That's a thing that has happened and can happen a lot more. And what that does is breeds cultural change in whatever ethnic community is doing the shit. Like Chechens, no one knows about Chechens. Because they look white, but they're fucking like some of the most violent Muslim extremists. They're just like really known for that. And Russia bombed the fuck out of them forever until Ukraine. They're like, no, we'll hire you now because do what you do. But it wasn't a surprise to certain people. But a very small community that caused a big problem in Boston, right? Okay, if you can affect some cultural change in there, that works out from their end. And what we're seeing now is cultural change among white voters, which is why I'm telling you the Somalian problem is going to be actually approached in a real way. And that is purely it's a white initiative.
I mean, we'll see. I would love to believe that, but I'm saying like this is one of those things where it's like there's been so many examples of obvious problems from very distinct sectors of our society and cultures and people, usually recent arrivals, where they go, look at this. Look what these people are doing. And everybody goes, oh my God, do you see that? That's crazy. Why do we allow this? Somebody should do something. And they go, we're going to do something. And then the next big story, like Somalia, the Somalians in Minnesota happens and people move on. And then nothing changes. I'm not going to be shocked when nothing happens. I'm not going to be shocked when we revisit this in a year and all those luring centers and daycares are still operating and still getting the tax money, because you got to keep in mind.
They'll have different names. They'll have different names. You're
not
not wrong.
Even have to do that.
They will. That's what I'm saying. You're not wrong in that it'll be moved on, forgotten about, and the problem will come back because the same people will largely be here, even if a lot of them get deported. It's their culture to rip off public funds. Like that's not going to change, and it may be reduced, but as long as they're here, that's what they're going to do.
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
there's no such thing as a hidden problem, right? It's just that people who are generally in power don't regard them as problems. These things are not being tucked away; they're being promoted. And the with us in power, you're going to see some slight pushback. That's the most you can expect right now, which is more than we've ever gotten in any of our lifetimes. And we need to build off that. That's why I'm still MAGA, right? Okay, it is a starting point because you don't have anything better. All the commenters, which I know are going fucking nuts right now, you don't have anything better. And until you do, until you bring it to me, I'm going to keep talking the same shit. So if there's no such thing as a hidden problem, it's only whether you regard it as a problem. And the people who have won most elections in this country don't regard it as a problem, and they make sure it keeps happening.
They're not going as crazy as you think.
Who?
And also,
Who's not?
the commenters,
Oh,
our audience, they're not going as crazy as you think. But speaking of our audience, I don't know who raided us. I think we got raided. We got a significant bump up in traffic.
Oh,
Whoever
shit.
did that, thank you so much. For some reason, I don't get that alert on here. But I do got 2 alerts for a couple Rumble rants. Hate Facts Official sends $1. He says Somaliland just broke away from Somalia again, and Israel was the first country to recognize them.
Oh, I saw.
nice.
Yeah, no, I saw something about that, and I was like, "Oh, so the Somalians did something?" And it's like, but I didn't know this. Apparently, they're 2 different places. Do the people look the same? I don't know.
Yeah,
That's a weird
got
one.
you.
All right, let's.
We got another one. Hold on.
yeah,
There was
go
one
ahead.
more. Lengthy Meat Puppet sends $1. Thank you so much. He says our refugee our refugee advocacy group literally sends them to the food bank, tells them to save EBT for meat, helps them work Medicaid, unemployment, etc. Yeah. And then the advocacy groups are tied in with
churches,
who are
Right.
tied in with
Jews.
you're close.
Ah.
Politicians.
Oh,
and their
yeah,
campaign managers and their party people.
Oh yeah, it's like go to the food bank and register to vote.
And everybody here
Yeah,
that's
that's what they call community organizing.
yeah.
That's the word they have for it. Yeah.
To everyone
Obama.
here that's new from the raid, stick around. We've got more to come. We're going to talk about Stranger Twinks or gayer things. I don't know what you'd rather call it.
Buy my book, Chat Raiders.
Also,
It's for
buy
sale
his
now.
book, Age of Rot. Great book. It's a fantastic book. This is the author. This is our guy. This is Nick Oakes.
Look at that. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
Very
Like
nice.
that?
So I've talked a lot of shit. We've said some nice things about Somalians and Gypsies and Jews and Appalachian whites and white women. So whatever group I've targeted tonight, we have something for you. An Age of Rot. Buy the book, available for $13 on Amazon.com.
Great plug. By the way,
And also buy my book. Okay.
Oh, yeah,
I
don't forget about
I got to find someone to publish it. Buy my book. All right. Era of Decay. Okay. I came up with the similar theme first. All right.
Uh-huh.
It's not real. It's dumb.
so both of y'all,
Overplayed
if I'm
joke.
not mistaken, will be signing copies of your books at the next Murder the Media Fest to be announced. in the
Rammer
upcoming
Butthole tip
2026
$5.
year.
Hold on one second.
Excellent.
Rammer Butthole with the big 5. He says, Oy vey, the noticing is increasing. Good to see you, Rammer. Whoa.
It's really loud too.
They're all loud.
Yeah,
I even
Rammer.
turned some of them down.
Thanks, Rammer Butthole. Good to see you. Hey, by the way, I hope everybody out there had a Merry Christmas. I just wanted to say that. Oaks, did you have a good Christmas?
I did. It was very pleasant. I wasn't in prison, so it's a vast improvement.
Every day outside in the free is a good day. What about you?
My Christmas was hell.
All right, so Stranger Things, everybody. I'm sure everybody is.
You're not going to ask me about it?
Oh, I thought that was it. Oh, why was it hell, sir?
I just started working at as a cook, and at a
I
restaurant.
want some hash browns.
And this restaurant was the only restaurant open in town. In fact, for 7 towns in the surrounding area on Christmas Day. And we're referring to it as the Breakfast Wars of 25. It was
Shots fired.
It was a nightmare. Sorry, everybody. That's where I've been. I've been working. I've been working my ass off.
You know who
and,
hasn't been?
Who?
Somalians.
That's true. Ain't that great? I could barely afford to keep the lights on in this fucking place.
Let me ask you this.
I could barely afford to keep the lights on, to keep food in my fridge. You've seen my fridge.
It's bad.
Well, there's beer at
Most
least.
of his
but
food's old, too.
It was either beer or food. I picked cheap beer.
It's got calories. Let me ask you this, though. Did their plan pay off? Was the restaurant slammed on Christmas with a bunch of fucking degenerates?
I came in at noon, and it was already nonstop since 7 a.m. And we didn't get a break in business until 9:30 p.m. when they decided to hold the doors. And all that did was just clear our screens of orders. And then they just...
Who's eating on Christmas?
I want to know that
Official
too.
tip $5.
One sec. Havax official says, buy my book. It's called All Guys Named Nick Are Gay and Bad Writers, and you should buy my book instead of theirs, by George Hard R. Martin.
I tell you what, the restaurant being open on Christmas, that's a sign of cultural decay. You know, loose morals, loose people, loose tolerances in society. I think it's a sign of a real age of rot. And if you want to know more
it's a real
about
era
that,
of decay, that's for sure. Look, all right, I'll say it simply first. Fuck you if you go out to eat on Christmas.
no, you're fired. They're going to watch the show and be like, you can't work here anymore.
They don't. You know the beautiful thing about this new job? I've learned to not talk about myself and my personal life or my opinions on anything. And you know what? Everybody loves me there. It's great. There's factions. Doesn't matter. I'm loved by all. But what I was saying was, the only reason people have to work on Christmas is because you go out to spend money on Christmas. Stop going out to eat on Christmas unless it's like a Chinese buffet. Like, go there. Like those.
Right.
That's not like avoiding. That's not like making Christmas look bad. It's like they're Chinese.
Yeah.
They don't mind.
You work
it's
food
fine.
service, so you should get a better job. Shut up. This is the job I got. This was the job that was available. And
Man's got to do what he's got to do.
yeah, man's got to eat.
I mean, realistically, though, if you're eating Chinese on Christmas, you're just hassling the Mexicans in the kitchen. But it's all
exactly. You're going out to eat somewhere full of people that probably weren't going to celebrate Christmas anyway. But
fine. I
Was
think
there
the
a lot of
Mexicans were.
kosher meals requested?
no.
Can I get the gefilte fish? We don't have that.
I've got some spoiled salmon. Would you
Oh,
like that?
Perfect. We call those lox or something. I don't know. I don't know what they eat.
Ugh.
No, there's a lot of salmon and kosher food. I pretend to be Jewish in prison to get better food, and mostly it was, but occasionally you get the fucking fish.
For us, it was. I mean, there was the gefilte fish, but also, I'm sorry, most of it was like a TV dinner tray. The regular meal.
Yeah,
was
yeah,
much
yeah,
better.
exactly. You can get some
Yeah.
fucking like actual chicken wings with the bone, shit like that, and then like Passover and shit or whatever it was. You could buy like Jewish treats and shit was amazing.
KK Caveman tip $5.
That came in right as you stopped talking. Great. Caveman with the 5. He said Nick got a job. So proud of him. Thank you.
He still needs money though, so y'all keep sending in those donations.
Yeah, I won't get into the details of that. It will start paying better, but yeah.
8 Facts official tip $5.
Hold
This is actually
on. Hate Fact says, Oaks was oy vey for the stay. Folks. Oh,
He's
that
got
was
some
good.
good one-liners. He's got more terrible ones. But every now and then, he really nails it. Stranger Things, everybody.
Stranger
Will
Things.
Byers, more like Will Gayers.
Yeah, here I got.
He wasn't bi at all.
We got an image from made by Jim Bob, friend of the channel.
This is a synopsis of the show.
Also, subscribe to Made by Jim Bob. He makes great content. But yeah, so what's the best way to approach this? We have several clips. We have several images.
I'll say this. Let me start.
We're going into the entertainment segment.
Yeah,
of the show.
I'll start. So I was a fan of the first season. I think the second season, and then I stopped watching because I know when a show's not going to be good, and that's on the third season and beyond.
Yep,
I did the same somehow. Like,
you did it right.
Yeah.
And you're going to see why if you weren't aware already.
Season 3, it started to be an ordeal.
Yeah,
you know what I
like,
mean. Once
I'm
a
a
show,
lesbian. I'm like I'm out.
right? They had the will they won't they with the big hair guy and the movie rental clerk girl.
yeah, see, I think I must have bailed the season before that. I'm lost.
I started this one because I was like, oh, season 5. I'm seeing it everywhere, you know. Let me just start the first episode, not even having seen the last 3 seasons, and just see what happens.
Well, if
We got a rant coming in, but go ahead, see if you can.
We got a
Blank the Me Puppet tip $5.
do this more often.
A lot of rants.
Lengthy Meat Puppet says, I bet it was heartbreaking to find out line cook didn't mean actual lines.
Oh.
Shut up! Shut the fuck!
I'm kidding. Thank you so much.
I started episode 1 of season 5, and like the first 5 minutes is just like it's like a girl on the radio or something, and she's like, I got a special date tonight with a special someone, and then it cut to a girl in a car, and you could tell that's who she meant, and I was like, yeah, this is gonna be fucking terrible.
Well, if Oaks, you said you're not overly familiar with the show, you stopped watching it. Here's a quick synopsis of what the show is now.
We better hope we have some time, because if this is all correct, we have to get 2,000 feet in the air, find our way into the abyss, free Holly and the kids, and kill Vecna all before our worlds merge. And if my theory's right, he's gonna move worlds tonight. Have I mentioned how much I hate your theory? Me too. Me 3.
I hate all of this. I don't like girls.
That's it. Now I don't know what
Yeah,
actually
that's-
happened.
KK
but-
Caveman tip
That's
$5.
Netflix.
Yeah. Cook a Caveman with the 5 says, annoyance machine go.
Worth it.
It's worth it. It's worth it. To any new viewers of the show, all Rumble Rants, $5 or more interrupts the show in the rudest way
The
possible.
most obnoxious way.
Really, it is.
I love it.
It's
I
awesome.
love it. It's loud. Can I turn it down? Probably. Will I look into it? Not a chance. Not
You
a
could pay
chance.
$10 to turn it down, but why would you do that? It's not as funny. Why not even suggest that like it's a thing?
Can we get one $10 donation to turn it down? Bet we won't. Bet we won't.
So, without having watched it, just seeing the context clues on social media, my take is like the only way to stop the world from ending is for him to be like, "I'm gay."
Heartlands Aurelius tip $5.
Come on, money count, baby. Yes. Why don't you read this
Heartland's
one?
Aurelia sent $5. Thank you for the $5. And he says, I really thought the gay character was going to be the kid who made the generational fumble with Millie Bobby Brown. So at least it was a plot twist. Yeah, I did think that kid was gay too. He probably is.
Yeah, I called it too. I complained about it because, like I said, season 3 felt like an ordeal. And season 4 happened where it started showing, the what's the character's name? Will Byers or something.
I think it was Will Faggot. I should have seen it coming.
He starts looking at the couple and he's like, and I'm like, why are they making this character gay? And I said that on X, and everyone's like, well, no, it's like, it's not necessarily that. I'm like, trust me, That's what this is
I've
a
been
lead
here
up
It's
to.
that.
They're making this kid fag.
This is a queer setup. It's
Yeah.
obvious from the
Classic
jump.
queer setup. Been there before.
Now, they've been ridiculed across the board. I have not seen one positive comment on this whatsoever. That said, they're not going to change
What?
that. Or
You don't read Jezebel. You don't read
Well,
Huffington
true.
Post.
You're not on Blue Sky seeing the reviews. All right, true.
I am on Blue Sky.
Are you reading the reviews?
No.
I was going to say, I'm sure they're glowing if you come across them. But, yeah.
Well,
here's
we're all on
the-
Blue Sky. You know, MT Media has a presence there, so we should. You should
I
push
gotta
that.
get the app. I gotta get the app. I mean, why not add it to my fucking rage machine called my phone? And just scroll it from time to time. But here's the actual scene that drew all the ire from the Straits and was praised by nobody.
For context, this scene is in the middle of them plotting of how they're going to save the world from an interdimensional nightmare creature.
Yeah, the world that ends on this night in
Yes.
this scene.
Yes.
Like mere hours before this scene.
But there's more pressing matters at hand.
Things
I haven't
asshole.
told any of you this because I don't want you to see me differently. But the truth is, I am different. I just
Cheesy music. First, can you pause for a second? I just wanted to say, I just fucking hate his terrible acting, and these are
Yeah.
shit lines, and he's delivering them like a fucking asshole. That's all. Go ahead.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't like girls.
Black kid's
The
not
black kid's
surprised.
just like, what the fuck? Mom's disgusted.
That guy's kind of into him.
His brother.
Yeah, whatever. I didn't
mean-
even know that.
I mean, I do, just not like you guys do. And I had this crush on someone, even though I know they're not like me.
Called it. It's with the weird fucking Jewy kid.
But then I realized he's just my Tammy, and by Tammy I mean it was never about him. It was about me.
So fucking
and
great.
I thought I was finally okay with myself. Just makes me feel like
Yeah, that's enough of that. That's enough of that. It
It's
goes
not-
on for another minute, but fun fact about this scene,
Yeah.
it's a 2-minute scene. Took him 12 hours of shooting that little monologue, and the whole panning back to the rest of the cast reacting took another 12 hours to shoot. 24 hours total, including reshoots.
They said that
get this-
it was actually going pretty smoothly, but Will, the guy who plays Will Byers, he just kept taking breaks to suck cock. He's a method
AFAX
actor.
official tip $5.
Oaks, I wish you could hear this song. It sounds so great.
I'm glad he spelled my name wrong. Oh,
No, he's talking about the other faggot from the
I
show.
know.
Apex official says Oaks is on Blue Sky. Will is on Blue Guys. That was good.
what a fuck!
That was good.
Imagine. So somebody said that if you total up the hours of the show, it's 50 hours. So it's 50 hours leading up to just him being gay. Now, whatever. I wasn't gonna watch it anyway, but my takeaway was it was just the cringiest way to present it. Like this was like 10 years. I think that the people that weren't just like utterly disgusted by it, but still hated it, were like, this isn't a thing. This didn't need this scene.
Yeah.
Nobody.
No, they
fucking
wanted to be a
cared.
thing so bad. Like you got to envision the writers' room, which is a lot of college girls. Like they want to have this scene so bad, and the only way they can is to do a show from the '80s, which is like the last time that it might have kind of been a thing. You know what I mean? Like somebody could have frowned on that, like some grandma now, because now grandmas just sex change their kids as soon as like Ma dies of fentanyl, right? But in the 80s, there was like the 1% pushback, so that's what they're clinging to. And this was thought out, and that's why they presented it as the last thing before the world ends, because in their minds that should be on the same level.
Right. But they were historically inaccurate by everybody giving them a big hug afterwards.
Oh yeah,
in the 80s.
Yeah, they would have beat him up.
Season 6, I heard from a source that in season 6 he actually dies of AIDS.
That's the real villain of the show.
KK Caveman sends $2.
Oh,
thank you for the $2. He says, "You know what it's called when a homo breaks a rubber? Stuck in the mud." Thank you for the $2. Actually, this just in. Here's a photo of Will Byers' asshole. That should make a great clip. All right, what's going on over there?
Over here?
Yeah.
I got some more stuff.
Okay.
Hey boys, I gotta jump off for the night. It's a bit late my time. Buy my book.
Looks like it's daylight
chat.
over there.
It'll be worth it. No, not quite yet, but we're getting there. Age of Rot, available on Amazon.com by Nicholas Oakes. Thanks so much for having me on, boys, and I'll hop on as soon as I can. Future show.
Good luck to you in the New Year's. We'll see you at the party where he'll be signing copies of his book. Have a wonderful night, Mr. Oakes.
Thanks for coming on.
Bye-bye,
Oakes.
y'all.
Good to see you, brother. Great book.
Yeah.
Great book. Check it out, guys. That's
But while you're checking
my
that out,
co-defendant.
while you're already on Amazon looking at books, they should check out your book too.
We're still gonna hold on. Go ahead and check out my book. Era of Decay, Far Right Nuisances, Prison Doodles. In good old goofball USA.
Now pull up Oakes's one more time just for comparison.
Okay. I copied the fonts and everything.
Lengthy Meat Puppet sends $1. He says Netflix was founded by the nephew of PSYOP inventor Edward Bernays, who was the nephew of Freud. Y'all, we can't get into the Freud thing or the history of what the psychological industry actually is. That's a show for another date, but I'd love to do that one day.
From what I hear, it's basically just you want to fuck your mom.
Yeah, but in reality, what it was is them finding a way to fuck kids.
Oh.
Yeah, it always goes back to that with those people, doesn't it?
Ugh.
Weird.
Speaking of
fucking kids,
well, not me personally, but it's kind of funny. So, you know, the Will Byers thing, the character is gay. And how do we know most gays come about?
Statistically?
Victims of molestation. And, yeah, this was a scene. This was a scene from the show. Much earlier in the show. What, season 1 or 2 or something? Where the Demagoogle or whatever molest Will. Maybe Netflix is secretly based, showing this is what happens when you get diddled.
Where's the one I did that is kind of similar? Is that on there?
Let me check real quick.
It's all the same thing. They're just both funny. And yeah, there it is.
Here we go. Boom. Sick fucks.
Yeah. So guys, check out Netflix. By the way, before we move on to play the slide number 5. Because this was in the
slide number 5 is Will's asshole.
Oh. All right, there is that one. It's the one where it's the video where earlier on in the series it kind of is a little foreshadowing.
My apologies. Video number 5 is what you were talking about.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Oh. Red flag. Red flag.
Turns out the gays were responsible for it all. Hate Facts Official sends $1. He says, buy my book, Generation of Deracination. I don't know what that means.
What does it mean to... Oh,
I like how you
Eliminate-
laughed and you're like, wait, what does it mean? You're like,
deracing? Eliminating race?
I tell you what, hate facts, just type in what that means because we're retarded.
Yeah, explain it to us.
And then I won't read
know.
that.
I don't freaking know. What else do we got?
Yeah, we might be out of slides. I might be out of time. I don't know, but I'd love to hear from the audience. If there's something y'all want us to look at or talk about, just throw it in the comments.
No. Fuck the audience. I'm not done.
Oh.
I'm not done.
Well, I just meant like cue it up in their minds for
Yeah.
when,
Get your opinions ready with the Rumble rants. Anyways, no, it's kind of funny. Watching everybody piss and moan about the Stranger Things forced gay inclusion scene, you know? And I notice a lot from very similar types when they're watching the NFL and their forced propaganda, or name any other show on Netflix. Or how about HBO? HBO's definitely guilty of it, forcing that gay propaganda down your throat.
like
right?
Will Byers.
Like Will Byers and the Demi-Googler.
the dude.
And
Demi Doodler.
you know, I notice a lot of people also still subscribe to these networks and still will watch NFL. I'm sure our audience doesn't watch NFL, right? I'm sure. So you're not seeing like the funny stop Jewish hate commercials or shit like that. But a lot of you are still subscribed to these platforms, I'm sure. HBO, Netflix, I'm sure Paramount Plus does it. All of them are doing it.
Oh yeah, I got that
All
one
of them
too.
are doing it. You got that too?
I've got. I'm going to try to talk more into the mic because somebody told me my audio was low. I hope I didn't ruin the whole show with that. But I've got Netflix, HBO, Paramount Plus, Prime. Somebody was over at my house that had Hulu, so I don't have it. But until they tell me to re-sign in, I do have it. I think those are the ones I got.
Yeah. Well, we all want to complain about this propaganda, but you still have these subscription services. You are paying for this fag propaganda that's being shoved down your throats. It's being broadcasted to kids, and you're funding it. You are funding all of this. Stop subscribing to these platforms.
Yeah, but
Stop it.
I, like most of the rest of this audience, probably aren't going to do that because I like movies.
Yeah,
And
so do I.
I want a lot
watch
of different
movies all
ones.
the time. Haven't paid for one since 2008.
Yeah, well, okay. In my defense, when the most recent way I've been able to do that is I'll download the movie illegally on my phone, right? And then I will cast it to my television. But it's like they know now because none of that shit works for very long before it just freezes and doesn't work anymore.
Oh, yeah.
And it pissed me off to the point where I'm like with my phone plan, they gave me a really good discount on HBO Netflix combo subscription. And I was like, fuck it, I'm so tired of this phone thing not working that I'm gonna pay this heavily discounted rate through my phone plan. And then if you all want to support these people but just pay a lot less money, like every Black Friday they send out like 6 month to 1 year subscriptions at a heavily discounted rate. And so you can get it a lot cheaper. But no, I'm absolutely guilty of that. But I also like watching stuff on my television.
But you can. You don't necessarily have to use your phone, and there are other options with your phone too. Now,
well, let me know.
I'm
open to it.
Excellent. Okay, and I'm not saying it to hate on you or anyone in the audience
Oh, no,
specifically.
I'm admitting fault.
But we all say the same excuses, but we're still going to keep funding that homo propaganda that's being shoved in our faces, right? Or I think it was K-Man said it. Hold on. It's already gone. I'm not reading all that.
It's being shoved down your throat like a Demogorgon's dick.
It's always them shoving things where they don't quite belong. But no, I mean, like I was saying, you have the excuse, right? This is your excuse. I tried doing it off my phone, the whole, just stealing it or whatever, and it stops working and blah, blah, blah. I guarantee if you put the effort into just watching as much content as you do in movies and actually researching how to do it properly, steal this shit is what I'm referring to, you'd probably get it working. But instead, we grow complacent and we grow. Oh, was that mine? Yeah. Okay, thanks, brother. And we just keep paying for it. We just keep paying for the propaganda that we hate.
So,
Now, maybe I shouldn't be watching these programs. Maybe I shouldn't be watching any of this shit. But at least I'm not funding the studios to fucking make it.
I did find that, like, all of a sudden I was like, that's kind of a funny argument. I was like, look, I'll still subject myself to it all, but I'm not going to pay for it, which is still more respectable than what I do. You've at least got some principles.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. But I'm like, I'm just lazy and it's convenient. I don't have an excuse. But yeah. Yeah, you're on to something, pal. I'm sure Netflix will be virtually defunded by this time next year, singularly because of Stranger Things.
I just want to tell people, and I might get in trouble for this, but probably not, all right? Y'all may remember 13, 14 years ago, people were getting in trouble with their internet service providers for stealing movies, and they'd get these threatening letters from AT&T and Spectrum and the like saying, oh, if you don't stop, we're going to cut off your service. They never do. They never have. I've got stacks of those letters. They have never cut off my service. They never will because they like my money.
I think now what probably happened is just a guess, shot in the dark. I think that the streaming services became so popular that that piracy kind of stopped being an issue. They're like, fuck it. It costs more money to shut the shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an effort factor. It's the time you save that I could just this one platform for $15 a month has a quarter of the movies I'd want to watch. So I'll get this other platform that has a quarter of the shows that I'd want to watch and vice versa.
Oh yeah. Yeah, most of it is just so fucking trash.
Right.
Like you've got to dig through so much shit. Like the Demogorgon was digging through Will Byers' asshole with his tentacles.
Right. But on top of like these paid streaming sites, right?
Mm-hmm.
These services, your Netflixes, your HBO Maxes, there's also probably 1,000 to each of those that are free that just keep popping up. They just keep popping up. They're very easy to find. Google can't keep up with how many of these illegal streaming sites there are.
I
It's
never
incredible.
I never had luck with that cracked Fire Stick thing. But
Oh,
other people
don't
were like, it's great. And I'm like, it didn't work great for me.
Yeah.
But that was a long time ago. Has that gotten any better or no?
I don't bother with that shit. You know what I mean? I live on a computer.
Right. See, that's what I'm saying. You've got that working in your favor.
Hold on now.
Yeah.
I do a lot of it on my phone. And it works the same exact way. It works the same exact way as it does on the computer.
No, I understand. I've got a very large television, though, and other people that want to watch in my house. So I can't be like, here we go, kids.
Oh, Chromecast.
That's
your solution.
I've literally got a fucking Google TV with built-in Chromecast. I guess I need a better player because, first of all, they got
VLC.
rid of my great. That's what I use is VLC, and it keeps fucking freezing.
Try a different
And
one.
I steal my shit from Yiffy, which is like YTS dot something now. They always change it.
Yeah.
Pirate Bay, but like maybe the
Pirate Bay's outdated.
The codecs or whatever
Yeah,
don't work. I download them from Telegram. There's so many free movie channels on Telegram.
I'll help you set up your Chromecast, and maybe if anyone's interested in the audience, I didn't realize the camera had been on me.
That's fine though. I'm going to
chugging and
keep my
nodding.
services because it's easy.
Yeah, the average person's paying like $60 to $100 a month, probably, if you have any streaming provider.
Mm-hmm.
On multiple streaming providers for all this crap. And I'm telling you, you don't have to pay a dime. Invest an hour of your time into just stealing from them.
Well, that's the thing. I know where to steal all the shit from.
Yeah.
It just becomes so fucking overly complicated that I pay for the convenience. I don't think I pay anywhere near that much, though. But to go back to an earlier comment, there's some clarification.
My baby
on the
mama
arrest.
ho ass tip $10.
Yeah.
What my baby mama ho ass sends $10. Sorry, Hate Facts Official. I'll get back to that. WMBMHA, I gotta figure out a better way to shorten that.
What
Sends $10 and he says, Whoop-ma. Whoop-ma. Why is Dick's camera looking such a shit? Hey, Dick, you look like a blurry faggot, you blurry faggot.
I'm not the one that sounds like a
blurry
homo. You want to see my handsome face in higher quality, pal.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just kidding. No, look, I like the shitty aesthetic. I'm a fan of it. And
Quick.
also, I have the low budget camera here. And I didn't bother. Look, see this guy? That's the main show. All right.
Quick, show him Will's asshole. Hate Facts Official, he explains deracination means to uproot or remove from a natural environment or cultural context, severing connection to one's homelands, traditions, or roots, often forcibly.
So I was right. Deracing, basically.
Yeah, it's in the root word.
Just look at it. Think of what racination would be. What would the root of racination be? Race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to call it ethnic cleansing, and I'm fine with that. KK Caveman sends $2 and says, just like anything else homo, always trying to squeeze in where it's not supposed to.
There it is. That's what I was trying to reference.
Yeah. So, speaking of the streaming wars,
yeah,
I don't know what's going to happen. There was a merger. I think Warner Brothers was bought out by Netflix.
Oh boy.
Which includes other services like in Warner Brothers portfolio, it includes shit like HBO. Now, HBO deserves to get a lot of shit for all their gay Jewish propaganda, but they do from time to time. There's always a couple very good shows a year on HBO that they put out. It's very good, very original content. And the thing is, like, they're very upfront about the shit you're never going to watch.
Yeah.
They're like, coming to HBO on Saturdays, gay guys having sex with each other and lesbians having sex with each other.
But don't worry, you'll get an ad if you didn't pay for premium for gay guys having sex.
You'll still, yeah, and
it.
if you those fucking ads are just all about gay sex preventing AIDS, and I'm like, you could not have gay sex
and people not being aware that you have gay sex, making it undetectable.
My favorite thing about those commercials is that they even try to make that non-discriminatory. So the commercial will be like 5 gay guys, like 5 gay couples.
Yeah.
And then they'll throw in a couple they'll throw in one lesbian couple, and I'm like, that's not how AIDS works.
And they'll throw in one hetero couple, but at least they're accurate in showing that you could look at the guy and be like, yeah, you definitely sucked a dick once.
Well, because they're obviously marketing it to people who need it, but they don't want to be accused of discrimination. Like, these lesbians can get AIDS from each other. First of all, lesbians aren't real. But yeah, I don't know. Oh, there's a new show. I don't know if it's Netflix. I don't know what it's on.
Is it Lesbians Aren't Real?
Dude, it's so fucking ridiculous. You'll never guess what it is. It's 2 competing. Follow me on this. 2 competing hockey players. They're rivals. Oh, they're also fucking each other. Like, what?
I don't care.
I don't remember what it's called. It might be called Rivals even. But it's like, these guys play hockey. They hate each other. Here's them fucking in a locker room.
Ooh, do they compete for who's on top?
In the sport? You're like, no, obviously not.
Maybe in their water sports. I don't know.
But yeah, and like my news feed or whatever is trying to be like, critics are saying it's one of the best shows ever. I'm like, no, they're not. No, they're fucking not.
Oh man, it's so funny when you talk shit about these things, and you accidentally, if you guys got Android phones like us, you accidentally on the home screen swipe to the right, and
That's
then
where I see it.
Oops, there's all your propaganda slop. Oh look, Hulu's 3-part sci-fi thriller based on $1 billion Hollywood franchise, and I bet she's probably a lesbian or she's blacked.
So, speaking of, like when you see reviews, it's like one of the greatest shows on television right now. Hockey players fucking each other. You're like, there's not an audience. There's not an audience for it.
Right.
But they're trying to create enough of an audience to just slide that subversion in there like a hockey player's dick in another hockey player's asshole.
Oh.
And I'm going, like, I see it and I go, it's not a good show. I'll never know if it's a good show, but I know it's not a good show because it's about rival hockey players having sex with each other. And then you go, okay, who's reviewing this show? Oh, the worst people in the world, show and movie critics. And they all say the Gay as Shit is the most compelling, best television, best movie you could ever see. You go, nobody's watching it.
Right.
But they still made it. That had to get through all the executives and shit. And they go, I got an idea. Hockey players, they hate each other, except when they're fucking each other. And they're like, green light. Yeah, that's good. What's going to get that audience? What's going to get that demographic?
Let's be real. That's not how the storyboarding works for them. All right? Imagine 5 bugmen and 5 fat black lesbians are in a boardroom or some kind of meeting room. They got a whiteboard, and they go, okay, we need a new show. Let's start with the base premise, and then they just write gay. And then they go, okay, where could we go from this? Racing. No, we won't do racing.
What have we not
military.
done yet?
No, I think there was a military movie.
Yeah, we did that.
Sports?
What about cowboys? No, we did that.
Okay, what would be the least likely sport? Tennis. No, tennis players are all fags. We know that. Hockey. Perfect. Masculine. They fight on the ice. And they'll fight in the sheets.
Oh, I know what they did now. Now it makes sense. They go, what's a very white, straight demographic that we haven't subverted yet?
Who have we not fucked
hockey.
yet?
Hockey.
Yeah, it's...
If you were to Google
exactly
gay
what they
hockey,
did.
I'm going to Google gay hockey show.
I mean, look, dude.
I was going to say, I want to pull up the trailer. Y'all got to see the gay hockey show, how fucking ridiculous it is.
Okay, send it over to me.
Gay hockey show. The sex hockey show people are going wild for really is that hot, according to Slate magazine.
Okay, name me the show, and I'll look for the trailer, and I'll download it.
It's called Heated Rivalry.
Ugh.
You want me to send you a link?
Nope. Heated Rivalry trailer.
It's
Okay, I'm downloading it now. Bear with me, guys.
Heated Rivalry, the gay hockey romance taking over the internet, finds love in Pittsburgh from the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. Sex sells, how NSFW gay hockey show Heated Rivalry becomes the internet's obsession. That's from Pink News. Down to Puck, why women are going wild for Heated Rivalry from the Hollywood Reporter. Inside Heated Rivalry.
Hey, I'm going to make a guess.
Yeah.
Neither of these actors that play hockey players look like hockey players.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I mean, we'll have to, I forget what they look like.
Well, I know what hockey
about to
players
find
look
out.
like. They don't look pretty. They're not pretty. Effeminate, you know? That's all I'm saying.
Inside Heated Rivalry, the gay hockey romance series changing queer TV. Oh, that's from Teen Vogue.
Oh, thanks, Teen Vogue. Same people that put out that article 7 years ago on the right way to eat ass for teenagers.
Okay, that's funny you say that. Listen to this one. Heated Rivalry. Hudson thought Connor would pin him down and fuck him in the audition. That's from Out Magazine. Heated Rivalry. What to know about the gay hockey romance steaming up the icy internet. Are you noticing a pattern? They're all very similar. That's from E! News. Yeah. We deserve a gay show that is sexy and horny and fun. Jacob Tierney on his new queer hockey show from Toronto Live. Not one thing has said, man, this is really fucking gay, and you're probably going to hate this show, especially if you're a hockey fan, because it's hockey guys fucking each other. Not a single negative review anywhere.
It's fags on ice. Here we go. You ready?
No, I'm not.
Neither am I.
I want to see the reviews on Twitter.
I'm really right.
Let's see if they're as glowing.
I'm really regretting this decision we've made.
The Canada-Russia final showcasing the two most talked about prospects in the world. Canada's Shane Hollander.
Shane Hollander, I wanted to introduce myself.
Okay. And Russia's Ilya Rozanov.
You're an awesome player to watch.
Yes. Very good at hockey.
The best, probably.
Well, we've seen each other a lot.
Yeah, Boston and Montreal play against each other often.
Roz, you gotta see this.
He's like a huge movie star.
Are there any gay hockey players?
None that have said it publicly.
Ты с кем-то сейчас встречаешься?
Yeah. So, what's my name gonna be?
Даже не с Джейн?
Джейн.
Вы уже несколько лет переписываетесь. Я думала, может быть, это что-то серьезное или...
This is such a bad idea.
What is?
Seen enough. Seen enough. That's as much as I could stomach.
Now, who watched that trailer and goes, you know what, I'm going to give that a shot? But it's still out there. It looked very well produced. Nobody's watching it. So,
I bet that...
who's funding it?
Not even the critics watched it.
No.
They're paid.
Yeah, they're like, write a positive review for this if you want to get money. They're like, this show is great. As a totally white straight man, I never thought I would just be entranced by a hockey show about gay hockey players having sex with each other. And I don't know, 500 more words, send me my check. I don't even know what this is on. Canadian sports romance television series. Oh, Netflix. No, that's a different one. Yeah, nobody's saying where the show is, like where you watch it. Where? Yeah, that's what. Nobody is watching it. Where to stream?
Here's the thing, right? Sorry, I was pissing. Look, here's the thing. It doesn't matter.
Oh, HBO Max. Oh, and it says I'm subscribed.
And it doesn't. It doesn't matter them telling you where to watch it. It doesn't matter if anybody actually does watch it. What's important for them is that it's made and it's there. And you're supposed to be angered by its existence. And you know what? I am. It worked. Caveman sends $2. What do you call a homo who doesn't have AIDS? A lucky cocksucker. It's true. It's true. Ugh. Sick of it. But yeah, it doesn't matter if anybody watches it. What's important is to them is that it was made and it exists, and now there's more fag content.
You know, I noticed
to
too
skew the numbers.
In a couple of those reviews, they're like the gay, steamy hockey romance that women are falling in love with. And I'm like, I guess if anybody was watching it, it would be women, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not shocked that they could potentially be watching it. Not as a whole. Not like as all women love the gay hockey sex show. But yeah, if you are going to blame anybody, it's definitely women watching it.
Yeah.
I don't see a lot. But then why the hockey element?
Yeah,
it's subversive on multiple tiers.
See, here's the thing, right? I made a joke about it earlier, about the writer's room, right? It doesn't matter. You could put any sport. You could put any setting. The root idea was, we need a fag show. We need a gay show right now. And then they just branch off of that.
Well,
that's all.
And I don't know if you knew this or if you guys knew this. There's actually a huge shortage of gay television shows and movies.
Huh?
There's not a lot of those.
That's true.
They're very hard to find. By the way, Stranger Things, Will Byers came out as a homosexual. One of the biggest shows in history.
Also, latest Disney animated movie, Cars 7, features a gay Fiat. Just so you know.
Well, everybody knows Fiats are gay anyway.
It was the only one they could have picked.
In fact, Heated Rivalry, its main sponsor is Fiat.
It has a rivalry with a Mini Cooper and rails them right off the road.
How long can a show go about gay hockey players? You think that's a one-off?
It's got to be a one-off.
You know why that's really a one-off, though? Because nobody's watching it. Anyway. Well, I think that's it for me. I got to pee. I've had such a long 4 days.
Look, man, it was a good show. It's great to be back in the producer's seat. Great to be back to doing a show with you, brother. Miss doing this.
Cheers. Oh, I got to... Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you got pivot room. I don't.
I've got sweet wheels on this rolly chair.
Thank you to everyone who supported us tonight. We appreciate you guys. Big support tonight, guys. Thank you so much. And yeah, we started this with really not much to talk about. And but
I've always got plenty to talk about.
Yeah.
But it's always the same thing, and I worry about getting repetitive.
Right.
And then I go, but it doesn't matter because it's the most important thing. Overthrowing an oppressive government one way or another. But people get tired of hearing it.
Well, we just got to find more creative ways to talk about it. You know what I mean?
We've got to fill the show with a bunch of other stuff that's still entertaining, but be like, but I'm not going to dedicate the whole show to podcaster rivalries that I mostly overall agree with their political takes.
Right.
Like we're still on the same side and everything, but now y'all aren't talking about what's important. You're just talking about not liking each other. And this other person's lying, and they're not fun.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how the whole right wing or right of center sphere, you know what I mean, the based sphere, if you will, of podcasting, news, media, all that stuff, it just kind of delved into catty drama between all of them. Like, just talk about what I want you to hear about. How is the CIA fucking me over, and why can't I afford a ribeye steak?
Why are there gay hockey players fucking a guy in a monster show? Probably. Stranger Things Season 7. Heated rivalry. Heated rivalry guys break up, and one of them starts dating Will Byers.
Nah, you know Will Byers is going to have to fuck that demon to death. That's the only way.
I don't think he's a top. Season 8, he actually has a romantic relationship with Vecna, who's trying to turn around his evil ways, but he's having a hard time. They will make another season.
Oh, there's already a spinoff coming.
What? No.
Yeah, involving the Twiggy girl that... Oh, we didn't even get into, like, all the other shitty writing of this season. I'm probably not going to... You know what? I'll watch it. How about that? I'll watch
steal it, though.
Next time. Yeah, I'm not fucking paying for it. Are you kidding me? Anyways, guys, I'm going to sound us out. It's great to be back. It's great to see you all here. I hope y'all had a great Christmas, because I didn't!
Hey,
but that's... Okay.
Before we left, though, I wanted to ask, are you going to be, are you open again on Fridays, Saturdays?
I don't know.
You don't know yet. Okay,
don't
that's what
know.
I wanted to ask.
But here's what I do know. Here's what I do know. Everyone at work loves me, all my managers, and I might have some sway on the schedule to at least either get Friday or Saturday. Probably not both. We'll see. We'll see. I'm a good worker. Anyways, guys, I love you all. Hope you had great Christmases. It's great to be back. And y'all have a great night. Get drunk. Have fun. All right, bye.